Hey, this is just a reminder because many of you folks haven't been given the facts. When you look at history, the Ottoman Empire conquered basically Western Asia, Northern Africa, Southern Europe. They made slaves of anybody who would not fall to their folklore, and they murdered every Hebrew because, of course, there's no way a Hebrew would accept Islam because the Hebrew scriptures have actual and factual prophecies that were written before the events happened. And Islam has nothing of the sort. And of course, that's embarrassing for Islam. But they don't care. They care more about their opinion than they do about facts. But then again, that's the leftist, that's the democratic way. But don't ever let the Republicans off the hook because many of those people are just posers. Because you'll notice, thank you, baby, they switch sides for their own convenience because it's a WWF conflict. It's bullshit. It's acting. So, back to the reality. The Father above told us the future before things happened. There is no faith, no religion, and no philosophy that has that same aspect. For instance, let's look at Daniel chapter 9. It tells us precisely when the Messiah would show up. Well, we can look in Isaiah. It discusses Cyrus by name well over 150 years before he was even a ruler, and discusses how he would help Israel return to the land. Back to Daniel chapter 9, we see that Messiah shows up. It says that he is that he is cut off, but not for himself, and that after a jubilee span of time, that the city and temple are destroyed. We see that that happened in 70 of the Common Era by Titus for his father Vespasian. Now, again, back to Daniel chapter 8, we see that, what was it? Wait, you do know, right? Of course you know. Alexander the Great, he was shown he was shown Daniel chapter 8 before he conquered Darius, as predicted. Surely you know that. It's in all the history books, isn't it? Oh, that's right. The evolutionists, they completely cut that out of the schools and of the curriculum because it's against their paradigm. Because they're a bunch of lying deceivers. Oh, hey, guess what? If you're a Mason, you take an oath. If you take an oath, it supersedes any oath you took in public. Oh, hey, and just like Islam, just like Jesuits, you're only allowed to favor those of your order. Never above your order can anyone else be. In other words, just like in Islam, it states clearly that any tenet of Islam is always to supersede any tenet of any society. Now, it's the same for the Masons. It's the same for the Jesuits. It's the same for the Mormons. It's the same for the Shriners. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, as a matter of fact, Skull and Bones. And, the Templar Orientis. The Rosicrucians? Wait a minute, that means that every single time that you join a fraternal order and you take an oath, you have to obeisance yourself to loyalty to the order and their associates. And all of those promises, all of those oaths supersede anything that actually comes as far as promises to the common folk. So we're back to realizing that you can never trust anybody in a fraternal order because they have taken secret oaths that supersede their public oaths, and that means that they're liars. That means that anyone that's murdered, anyone that's stolen from, anyone that is exploited, anyone that is mistreated is all because they're cowards and they won't stand for the common good. And they will only stand for those that they have associated by oath and decree. Back to exactly what I've been exposing for the past 40 some odd years. The Father tells us the truth. The Messiah paid the price to reconcile us. No human can be trusted if they do anything outside of the perimeters of Torah, which is don't lie, don't cheat, don't steal, don't deceive, don't exploit, don't defraud anyone for any reason. What does that mean? Honor, honesty, truth, compassion, love. If you love someone, you will never allow anyone to hurt them, to deceive them, to betray them. But if you don't love them, you will allow anything to happen to them as long as it benefits you. And that's not Torah. Torah is the foundation for a perfect society. You can't defraud. You can't lie. You can't cheat. You can't steal. You can't bear false witness. You only get to tell the truth and support that which is honorable. And that is a template for a perfect society. And that is Torah. You are loved. You are precious. And the Father and Messiah, all of the hosts of heaven, and even those of us who are so screwed up here on earth, eventually will gather together. The Father will show up on the big screen all of the things that anyone has ever said, anything anyone has ever thought, even the intentions of their heart. And we will see that the Father's way is the only way. It's the best way. And throughout eternity, we will all live in harmony. The Father loves you. The Messiah proved he loves you. Even I, by his grace, mercy, and provision, hopefully love you. To you and yours, nothing but the best. From eternity past to eternity future. Yahuwah and Yahusha, blessings upon you and yours. Signing off, David Allen South, the most obscure and psychotic individual in the kingdom, wishing you and yours nothing but their best. Yep. Oh, trying to cut it off. Oh, it's not working. Okay. I see you. I see you there. And I do love you, despite the fact that you didn't mean that. Hey, love you.